In this video, I will walk you through each step involved in setting up the streaming API from TD Ameritrade. There are documents, but placing all in one simple flow and steps involved. Hope this will be helpful for you. If you have not watched my previous video, for setting up the basic authentication needed for TD Ameritrade, I would recommend watching them, since I am not going to talk through getting the basic access token in this video, which is the prerequisite. Okay, before jumping on to setting up the API, I would like to describe what is Websocket and how it's different from regular HTTP GET. In the regular GET or POST APIs which we used in getting access tokens, it's a simple request followed by response. But then the connection will be closed each time. Though HTTP standard supports persistent connection, still, the client needs to send a request each time to get the response. But, in the WebSocket connection, the connection is opened using login. Then the client can subscribe to multiple topics. The server will keep pushing the messages for those topics until the client unsubscribes for the topic. Now, we need to find out what information is required for the login and subscribe messages. TD Ameritrade provides a Get User Principals API, which will return all the information which is required for us to log in, and for the subscribe and unsubscribe messages. Let's find out how to get those. I already have an app created for this. As I mentioned earlier, I am not going to walk you through creating an app and getting the access token. I am assuming, now you have the access token for your app. With that said, let's click the Get User Principal API. For this API, we require two parameters. First one is the same as mentioned in the example. Just copy and paste it. The second is the access token. This has to be preceded with the bearer keyword. Hit send and you will get the response which will have all the information. For now, I am copying the response into the user.json file for later use. Let's see what's present in the User Principal API response and what's required for us. Most of the information we need are in the Streamer Info section, and the Account section. For the auth message for initial login, we require account and source. Then the credentials, which in turn requires more attributes. I have mapped each variable. No need to write it down. Have them in the GitHub repo linked in the description. Finally, the credentials also have to be in an URL encoded format. Let me walk you through the simple example to send the login followed by subscription to a quote topic. Here I am loading the user.json file which I had stored earlier with the response I got. We will parse all the data needed here. First thing is the WebSocket URL, though it does not change frequently and you can use a static address. A good practice is to read from the response. Next are the two dictionaries we need to construct from the mapping which I mentioned earlier. Only one calculation I am performing here is to convert the timestamp here to millisecond. Rest all of them are as is copied. I also have the dictionary constructed for subscribe and unsubscribe. Two fields required to be filled dynamically, which is again parsed from the response. I am trying to get the streaming quote details of Apple stock. Also, mentioning which fields I am interested in. All the details are in the documentation page of TD Ameritrade. Once the dictionaries are constructed, we need to open a WebSocket connection. Few things to note here. We need to send the login message only after the initial connection is open. There are few callbacks registered. I have placed the login send in an open callback. Similarly, when we receive the message, we have to take action to subscribe or unsubscribe to a topic. Finally, if you see, I have used the forever method to have this program run in a loop until all connections are closed. Can be initiated by client or the server based on the situation. Now, let's run the program to see if we can get the streaming quotes. If you see here, the Apple stock quote is streamed with all the fields specified in the subscription message. This will be non-stop until you unsubscribe to this topic. Also, as I mentioned earlier, you can have multiple topics subscribed in parallel and all will be streaming. You need to handle them in your message callback and parse them accordingly and place your trading logic. As a best practice, do not place the whole logic in this callback. Transfer the job to another task for your trading. All the topic types, fields, intervals, etc. all are available in TD Ameritrade streaming data document. Please let me know if you are interested in any other topic which you would like to know some basics about. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my channel if you like to watch similar videos and help my channel. Thank you. See you in another video.